Hey everyone, it's Johnny from Untitled Hockey back with another video, and today's video is going to be another NHL mock draft. I'm going to do a draft lottery simulation and then do the top 15 picks. So if you are here and you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope to see you more, and please drop a like for your support and leave your thoughts in the comment section below based on this lottery simulation, based on which teams you think are going to draft which players, based on my picks. So we're going to get right into it, not going to waste any time, and yeah, so for a lot of people asking, I know a lot of people have been asking in the comments when I do. Obviously I've only done this once this year. This is off of Cap Friendly. So if you go to Cap Friendly and you go to the interactive tool in the top right corner, you can go to a mock draft simulation. So if you guys want to do this on your own, do exactly what I'm doing, then you go to that. So let's do it. All right, so that it shows the teams with draft pick protections, and we will choose the winner for the top 3 lottery selections. So Ottawa Senators, and that's with their own pick. So they win the top one. LA Kings number 2, okay. And number 3, Montreal Canadiens. So the Canadiens win big. All right, I like it. So based on that, let's jump right into our mock draft. So we'll save that lottery. All right, so number 1, Ottawa Senators. I'm going to go pretty straightforward with this. I think it's going to be Lafreniere. I think when we're talking about, especially a team like the Ottawa Senators, it's going to be a no-doubter. So Lafreniere, number 1. We've talked about Lafreniere. I'll probably make another video leading up to the draft about Lafreniere's significance and what my expectations for him is in his career. So I'll probably make a video like that. Number 2, LA Kings. You know what? Maybe a hot take, and I did it for my last one. I just think that with Stützle, I think if he's there for like a certain amount of teams, like the Red Wings, if the Red Wings got the second pick, I think they would pick Stützle over Byfield. That's just my opinion. If it was maybe the Montreal Canadiens with that number 2 pick, or the Ottawa Senators, that depends. But I'm going to go Stützle to the LA Kings, which allows the Montreal Canadiens to potentially draft their future number 1 center in Quinton Byfield. I do think the Montreal Canadiens could make a trade this offseason for a centerman, but them drafting Byfield I think could be huge. The LA Kings getting Stützle I think could be huge for their organization. So that's my top 3 picks. And again, I do believe that Byfield could go number 2. I really think so. But if we're talking about highest potential and highest ceiling after Lafreniere, I think that could be Stützle. But I do think Byfield could be a top-line centerman. All right, number 4, so that's the Red Wings. And this one's going to be really tough. I think if the Red Wings don't get one of the top 3 picks, it's going to be a disappointment in terms of draft. But if I had to go for the Red Wings, I would go Lucas Raymond. I think that's kind of what I said before. I think Lucas Raymond is, again, another guy that has a very high ceiling potentially. And I think the Red Wings, and if you're looking at Stevie Y, I think he would go there. And I think that's kind of why if the Red Wings were at number 2, they would go Stützle over Byfield. I just think in terms of what they see in terms of highest potential. So number 5, Ottawa Senators from the Sharks pick. If they get Lafreniere, I could see them going Drysdale defenseman. So coming out of this draft, if you're getting Lafreniere and Drysdale, I think that's pretty crazy in terms of the Ottawa Senators. And I think Sens fans should be really happy with that. Drysdale, I think, can be a top line or top pairing defenseman for sure. Number 6, Anaheim Ducks. I think they'll go Marco Rossi here. And I just want to show Marco Rossi here. For a second, if we go to stats. So Ottawa 67s, and I'll talk about Jack Quinn, who was his teammate. 120 points. A lot of people that just kind of, I don't know. I guess sometimes it doesn't translate, and maybe it doesn't translate to a full extent for Marco Rossi. But anyone that wants to say Marco Rossi isn't there, or for certain like analysts and insiders, stop overthinking it. It was so frustrating to watch Alex DeBrincat fall all the way to the start of the second round. Because people thought he was too small, yes, Marco Rossi is 5'9". He's 5'9". And you know what? Maybe it is a question mark if he'll translate it to the NHL. But he put up 120 points in his draft year. He put up 120 points in 56 games. That's no fluke. That is no fluke. So I think some people need to stop overthinking it. I think the Anaheim Ducks would be getting a gem with Marco Rossi. So I'll go Marco Rossi to the Anaheim Ducks. The New Jersey Devils, I think they will go winger, and I will go Holtz. I think in terms of draft stock, I think Holtz has dropped a little bit, but I'll go Devils. I think they go winger with Holtz. Buffalo Sabres, I could see them going Cole Perfetti. I think that's a pretty smart pick for them, and I think you can't go wrong as long as you're probably in that top 9. to be honest. I think if you're in that top 9, and that's where I'll go to Anton Lundell to the Blackhawks. This is my thing. I think the Blackhawks, and in my other draft, that's why I'm going a little bit different here. The Chicago Blackhawks, I had them drafting Askarov, and I think they are going to consider going goalie. But if a guy like Anton Lundell is there at number 9, I'm going to go Lundell to the Blackhawks. And number 10, New Jersey Devils. See, this is tough. But honestly, and this is why, I don't know, Cap Friendly is like broken or something. I have to scroll down, so bear with me here. I have to scroll all the way down to 89. I did my little background before this because I was wondering where Jack Quinn was. Jack Quinn. I honestly think Jack Quinn could jump up a little bit. And I'll go number 10. I know a lot of people are kind of like, why is Jack Quinn in the top 10? But in terms of the Devils, I think they do want to. You know what? They could go defenseman, and I could see them going for a guy like Jake Sanderson. But I'll go Jack Quinn. I think Jack Quinn is highly skilled. His shot is ridiculous. I would say maybe after Holtz and Byfield, like Quinn's probably has like a top 5. Like, it's ridiculous. He's that good. But again, he might fall, I would say, maybe even closer to like 15. But like, I don't think 10 is too much of a stretch. So I'll go Jack Quinn at 10 to the Devils. 11, Minnesota Wild. So let's go all the way back up. So for the Minnesota Wild, like, I'm just looking at their future, and David Dubnyk's there right now. I'm going to go with Askarov. I think they could go goalie. So at number 11, I'll go Askarov to the Wild. Next up is the Preds, and then Panthers, Canucks, Flames. So, you know what? I think it's tough for a guy like Noel Gunler because I think he could go top 15. I'll go safe, kind of safe for the Preds. I'll go Dylan Holloway. I think after 9 or 10, it does get a little more difficult. Who is that? Florida Panthers. I'll go defenseman. I mean, they went Spencer Knight. I think they have gotten more skilled in their forward group. I think Sanderson, I mean, if I'm looking at all the other picks here, yeah, like I'll go Jake Sanderson. And yeah, who else we got? Noel Gunler, Connor Zary's there, Dawson Mercer, Lapierre. Okay, I mean, if we're talking about the last 2 here, Vancouver Canucks, Calgary Flames, like Canucks, I could see going Noel Gunler. Get the Swede in here, and I just want to look at Noel Gunler's stats. So in the SHL, 45 games, 13 points. A lot of people think Gunler is going to be somewhat of a project. So, I mean, I could see, let's see his stats the year before. Yeah, like, again, when we're talking about like a men's league, I think Gunler could be a little bit of a project. He turns 19 in October. So, yeah, like I'll go Gunler to the Canucks. And then 15, I'll go Calgary Flames, Dawson, Mercer, get a little Canadian action there. And I mean, look at the next like projected 4 picks, all Canadians. So there could be a lot of Canadians drafted in the middle of the first round. So that's my top 15. I think overall, if you look at, let's scroll up, Holloway, Sanderson, Gunler, Mercer, going towards the bottom half of that top 15. Honestly, I think that top 7, or at least top 6, I'll say top 6 is what I expect, to be honest. I think that's going to be the top 6 drafted. I would be kind of surprised if that's not. Lafreniere, Stützle, Byfield, I think that's your top 3. And then closing out that top 6, Raymond, Drysdale, Rossi. Like, that sounds realistic for me. And honestly, it's disappointing, but I think Rossi could drop. And we saw what happened to Cole Caulfield. I thought he could go 7, 8, 9. So, yes, this is my opinion. I think Rossi should go number 5, 6, or 7. Like, I think he should be in around there, but he might drop. He might drop because of his height. He might drop because some scouts think it might not translate. So there's the possibility of that. And I think the opposite of that, a bigger guy and a two-way guy like Anton Lundell maybe could jump up because some scouts and some analysts think Lundell is not going to be drafted in the top 10. So who knows? I think a guy like Askarov, the first goalie to go, and there's a decent gap there. I think he could go anywhere from like maybe 8 or 9 if the Buffalo Sabres or Blackhawks have interest in him, or maybe all the way to like 14, 15, 16, 17. So we'll see with a guy like Askarov. Lafreniere, number 1. I think 2 is a toss-up between Stützle and Byfield. Let me know what you think. I think I like doing these. I'm going to do more of these and see different scenarios. In this situation, the lottery winners were the Senators, Kings, Canadians. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think, and let me know for the next mock draft, do you want me to do it in a different format? I don't have to use Cap Friendly for the next one. I just think it's pretty easy, and it gives you guys the option and the opportunity to do it as well and participate. So Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe if you're new. Smash that like button. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. This was John from Hot Take Hockey. Please stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video. All right. Peace out.